Le Nissan Kick-Play 2025 a beaucoup de plus. Apple CarPlay intégré pour jouer vos tunes préférées, des fonctions avancées de sécurité, un rendement énergétique remarquable, puis même la petite odeur de char neuf qu'on aime tant. Tout ça en plus pour moins. Le Nissan Kick Play 2025 est le véhicule neuf le plus abordable au Québec. Achetez-le à partir de seulement 22 774 $, incluant un rabais à l'achat comptant de 2 600 $. Profitez de cette offre avantageuse chez votre concessionnaire dès maintenant. Jusqu'au 2 mars, des conditions s'appliquent. Détails chez Nissan.
Today's edition of In Transit takes a look at taxis, specifically the rebirth of Téo Taxi. You may remember their old green and white taxis going around the city, and then they disappeared. Well, now they're back. It's our pleasure to welcome Frédéric Prégent, General Manager of Téo Taxi. Frédéric, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks to you. Good morning, everybody.
So why is this the right time to relaunch Téo Taxi?
I think it's there's many reasons to start now, but I think the first one is that we need some projects that are facing toward electrification and environmental businesses and restart of the economy. So I think Téo Taxi fits perfectly well in that situation. And I think that the new regulation with the new Bill 17 is the right opportunity for us to go out in the market with new cars and with a product that was loved by Montrealers when it stopped back in 2019. So I think it's the right moment to start back this project.
Big plans on going green to start in Montreal, 50 of those green and white taxis. Tell me a bit about this fleet, what vehicle you're using, and what Montrealers should expect when it comes to that service.
We started back the project with mostly Kia Souls 2020, which have 64 kilowatts of battery capacities. So it's so customers should plan on having a service that was quite the same quality as the service that was before at Téo Taxi. We have training specialized specifically for the drivers that are driving with Téo. We chose the perfect driver to offer the best services in taxi in Montreal. The car is a very high-end car with all the luxury and the comfort that you have in the best cars from Kia's. I think that the whole process with the new app, I think that the exactitude of the data that we're sending, all the info, all the whole process, the customer experience is well controlled, and I think that the customers will like using this app with a no contact process with the COVID and everything. So I think it's a good product that Montrealers will definitely love.
I want to get into the app in just a second, but as far as the business model, remember the old Bixi, they were paying their drivers hourly rates. I guess that did not seem to be a good business model. No. How is it working now? Because you've got everyone's, if they're driving these 2020 Kia Souls, do the drivers have to pay for them themselves? How is that working? What's the business model on that end?
The business model is based on the traditional taxi industry model. So it's owner-operator that are buying the cars. We offered a solution with a lease to buy for drivers that want to buy directly from us, but a driver could go directly to Kia and purchase one, and as long as they subscribe to the quality of service that we're offering with Téo, they can join the project. But I think it's one of the major difference between the Téo 1.0 and the actual project is that it's based on owner-operator with a business model that has been going for the past 100 years. So it's a proven model for sure.
We're with Frédéric Prégent. He's General Manager of Téo Taxi, just relaunching now in Montreal, and I think also in Gatineau, right? 5 vehicles in Gatineau. Is that correct, Frédéric?
Yeah, exactly. The vehicle will be on the road probably in the next 2 days.
Okay, so listen, let's talk about the app here and let's talk about the competition. So I right now in my hand, I've got my iPhone. I've got Téo Taxi open, and I've got, I would say, it's your big competition because you're app-based, Uber open, okay? And I punched in the same destination from our station here, and I say I want to go to the Eden Center, and Uber is offering that ride for $9.39. You are offering that ride right now for $8.80, a little bit cheaper. I've done other searches as well where you've come up like maybe a few cents more, but basically on pricing, you are very similar. So how, is that because you need to compete with Uber in this space? Who do you view as your competition?
Uber is certainly a part of the competition because they have a lot of cars in Montreal. But what we promises for the customers is that we offer a quality of service and a constancy in the quality of service. I think that's one of the main difference. On the pricing, we've decided for the next few months not to use the surge pricing model that Uber is using. The new bill is regulating the prices. So I think that Uber is definitely a competitor, but we base our model on the taxi services, not on the Uber kind of driver that is not identified with a taxi dome with a taximeter. We want that for the customers to be in confidence with the product that they're buying in the end.
Well, listen, I see an advantage right there. If you're going to be near the same price point as Uber X, and I know I'm going to get a really nice vehicle, a brand new Kia electric vehicle, and the other guys, you never know what's going to show up with Uber and the kind of comfort you're going to get there. I see an advantage there. But one thing that I'm curious about is number of vehicles, because you're starting off with 50. I know in the old days, Frédéric, the old Téo Taxi, the annoyance I had is that Uber, it'd be like vehicle coming in 2 minutes. And I would first try and get a vehicle with Téo, and it was like, 12 minutes, 14 minutes for your vehicle. And time in transport is of the essence. So how are you going to battle on that front? And do you have plans for more and more vehicles from this starting point of 50?
Oh, for sure. Now the whole process is that if you don't have a Téo, you can always order a Taxi Diamond or a Hochelaga, which have like a lot more vehicles that you have with Téo now. But we definitely have a target of expanding the whole fleet with Téo. Our concept is to transform Diamond and Hochelaga with the drivers that will adopt electric cars and subscribe to the Téo project. So our plan is to electrify the whole fleet in the next 10 years. I know it could be long, but we're going to go as fast as the industry is letting us go. If there's 200 drivers that want to switch to electric cars tomorrow and want to join the project, we will definitely work with those guys. So I do understand that at some point there's going to be some ETA that will be a little bit longer than what Uber is offering. But I think that our promises of quality of service and consistency will keep users waiting for the right choice, because it's an environmental choice, it's a secure choice. But we do understand that we will need to add more cars in the near future.
Frédéric, I'll leave you with this. Maybe it's a customer service issue, but I remember this from the old Téo, and I actually got a text message from a listener that's listening to this interview, and they asked the question, will Téo still put the whole card every time you use the service? And I remember that actually was a case for me one time where I was on the Téo app, and I had to cancel a few times because the vehicle wasn't coming, right, in the old days of Téo. And then my credit card company actually thought, because there were so many holds placed on the credit card, that my card was stolen, right? So have you changed the billing processes all? Is that too nitty-gritty right now? Do you have anything on that?
It's actually totally changed. We're using the technology that is provided by iCabby or tech support company, and it's going to Stripe system. So it's a very intelligent system. So this way we make sure that the customer that doesn't put himself in a situation of fraud, and we put ourselves in a situation where we prevent fraud as well. So you shouldn't see the same problems that you had in the first edition of Téo. And it could happen at some point that when you enter a credit card, if it was reported stolen because of all the data that was stolen with the banks and everything. But this is to prevent the customer to be like stolen from unauthorized user.
Frédéric?
But it should be a very better experience.
Frédéric, bon chance, and all the best to the relaunch of Téo, and having a competitor of Uber, I think, is a very good thing. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much. Very appreciated. Have a nice day.
Frédéric Prégent is General Manager of Téo Taxi.